Good morning. This is Jeff Weinstein of Weinstein Law, and this is the morning news report. And my wife has made me promise to say every time I do a video that I will tell you that this is not being professionally produced, that this is me sitting in front of Jacob's MacBook, basically telling you about news stories that I think you will find interesting as we all work to try to find ways to prevent drunk driving. I also like to share with you that we begin every segment of these videos by saying that we have a golden rule, and we believe the golden rule is that no one has the right to needlessly endanger anyone else. And here is a perfect example of needless endangerment. Troy police officers about 1 o'clock in the morning this past Monday found Miguel Rojas Villanueva unconscious behind the wheel of his 2000 Ford. It was sitting in the highway with the engine still running, and it was on a curve. So cars were slamming on their brakes, doing all they could to try to avoid striking this gentleman's car that's parked on the highway, still running. When officers got there and took Mr. Villanueva out of his vehicle to give him a breathalyzer, his blood alcohol content, or breathalyzer test, was 0.21%, which is nearly 3 times the legal limit. He was being held on 2 bonds for Monday's incident. Interestingly enough, he was already out, a warrant was already out on him for felony possession of controlled substance, drunk driving, and driving while his license was suspended. Okay, on top of all of that, he's not a lawful U.S. citizen. Here is the perfect example of why you must always drive defensively, because you never know what awaits you in early morning, late night driving after bars have closed. And here's this guy sitting in the freeway with the engine running and stopped. Very, very dangerous situation, and thank God nobody was hurt. And more than likely, this gentleman spends some time in jail, but probably gets deported. That doesn't help us though, because for all we know, he comes back and this happens again. So as we're trying to seek ways to stop drunk driving, we see a situation where, fortunately, no one hurt here, but what has happened to make sure that this doesn't happen again involving this man.